It's the first time I'm here, and of course I've heard so much about the festival and about the school and the students. It's one of the really special places.
I must say I'm enormously thrilled with the people. I think we've had 4 winners of the Kathleen Ferrier Award. It's been a huge success, and I'm thrilled to be part of it.
I was in Aldeburgh first time 2 years ago because I was part of the Britten-Pears composition course with Oliver Nassen, Colin Matthews and Magnus Lindberg. It was a great experience to work together with these musicians.
Well, it's a unique place. The actual town is you know, the air, the sea, and that's what Britain loved. I mean, he loved the sea. He also loved the reed beds out here. And I just, from when I very first came over here, I think like most people, it grabbed me, and I've been coming ever since.
In 1972, Benjamin Britten and Peter Pears organised a study weekend for young professional singers as an extension of their festival at Aldeburgh on the east coast of England. They were among the first to recognise that when musicians finish their formal studies, they still need guidance and support as they develop a performing career. Come to Aldeburgh and be inspired, not just by the beauty of the surroundings, but also by the extraordinary roster of international artists who visit the place every year to perform.
From the very outset, he was concerned about young musicians, but not, I think, just young musicians because of that, but more about opportunity. I think he wanted passionately for everybody to have an opportunity to have something that was so desperately important to him. And for my part, I'm absolutely thrilled that we have been able to give an opportunity to singers, instrumentalists, anybody who comes to this marvellous place, to get a training from people of stellar international reputations, and then themselves get a performance experience which would be almost impossible elsewhere, I believe.
So I'm Pierre-Laurent Aymar, a musician and mostly pianist, and I have the privilege to be artistic director of the Aldeburgh Festival. I find that the young artists are always somewhere in the center of the festival. Everybody meets everybody all the time. Everybody can hear a part of a rehearsal, can observe or enjoy how the others live music or live in music. And I think this gives life and breath to the festival.
Each year, over 600 international musicians audition for the chance to participate in masterclasses, opera productions and orchestral projects at Aldeburgh. Earlier in the year, Mark Padmore and Mitsuko Uchida have been coaching and performing here. For the festival, a group of wind players is preparing Mozart's Great Serenade for 13 wind instruments. In rehearsals, they're getting help from Sir Colin Davis. But for the concert, there's no conductor, and it's going to be broadcast by the BBC.
This piece is an extraordinary piece for wind players. It's an absolute one-off, and it's got musical and technical challenges for every single member of the group.
It's very good. Everything is espressivo. I know this is all against what they teach us about this music, but I don't care. Everything, so there's nothing flat. It doesn't tell us anything about you or Mozart or the tune. It's only when each instrument is sensible that it has a melody as well, then it begins. Otherwise it sounds ba-da, it's just obedient. Do you understand what I mean? You look at me as though, my God, what's this?
Also at the festival, a group of leader singers is working with Matthias Gerner on the finer points of interpreting Schubert. Audiences find these masterclasses as absorbing as the participants do, and keenly follow the careers of those who take part. Singers like Sarah Connolly, Ian Bostridge, Gerald Finley and Simon Keenlyside have all been on the receiving end and now return regularly to Aldeburgh to pass their experience on to the next generation. But it's not all hard work. Participants stay in Aldeburgh and there are plenty of distractions. Fish and chips on the beach is a favourite. Unwinding after concerts in the Cross Keys pub is a must. Work hard, play hard seems to be the rule. And there's also the chance to see where Britten himself lived and wrote.
We're looking at Britten's score of the first quartet, and it is unbelievably exciting to see his handwriting and the fact, for me, it's written in pencil and things are scrubbed out and there are extra bars and it totally changes the way you feel about certain passages.
I find it fascinating to see his handwriting because we get these printed scores, and to actually see it as like a brushstroke on a painting or something, it's sort of quite moving to see the energy that's gone into it and how beautiful it is. And yeah, it's like a really lovely autograph. You know, his personality is in it more. It's beautiful.
It's not just exceptional young performers who get the chance of a showcase at the Aldeburgh Festival. Young composers who have participated in residential workshops with the likes of Oliver Nussin, Colin Matthews and Magnus Lindberg may also find themselves commissioned.
My name is Francisco Coy. I have been commissioned to the Bariloli String Quartet and Dimitri Carrier to write a piece for string quartet and clarinet to the Aldeburgh Festival. To me, it has been a great experience to work together with the musicians and to have in mind from the beginning the string quartet and the players that I will have in the premiere, because it's a very nice collaboration.
My name is Pekka Kuusisto. I'm a fiddle player, and I've spent the last week working with the young players of the Britten-Pears Orchestra, and it's been great. Well, one thing that is very special for me about this is that the playing is a very high standard, but the rehearsal schedule is wonderful. I mean, if we would be doing this concert with say for example a professional orchestra in London, I think we would rehearse 3 hours and that's it. I don't think this kind of performance is why the music exists in the first place. It's unbelievably much more rewarding than kind of just slapping something together and performing it. Now we're really making music, and I think that's extremely important for the art form.
Aldeburgh invests a great deal in its development programme for international young artists. It's a vital part of the Britten legacy and our contribution to the future. Participants don't have to pay for the cost of their teaching, and a generous travel bursary scheme ensures that no one is denied the chance of coming on financial grounds. In return, we demand a lot from them, and they deliver.
The concert with the Britten-Pears Orchestra is the one that really feels like now we're kind of making we're doing something that really has like a lasting impact on many people's lives. Hopefully we can kind of send the members of the orchestra into further kind of future challenges, remembering something important that happened here.
Teaching today should be at the center of everything. When the heritage for our so-called classical music is so much in question, when the artistic education became so miserable, when our politicians have so few idea about what art means, each of us has to make as much as possible to share the heritage that we have got. And it's marvelous that a lot of young people are in the Aldeburgh Festival, in a place where so many marvelous artists perform and teach and share their experience on stage, share what they have become from their own masters and all what they have discovered in life.
Well, I think it's a great place full of nature and the musical life is amazing.
People just, it's hard to put it into words, but people cannot survive. People cannot survive by watching Big Brother. We need these experiences about stuff that cannot be spoken about. We need these things that will keep people's imaginations going, and a society that only provides people with the kind of sort of entertainment that doesn't contain any challenge to the viewer or to the experiencing person. I don't want to be in a society like that. So I think the stuff that's happening here, I hope it radiates into the rest of the UK and rest of Europe as much as possible.
Well, I hope very much that people of real talent will come here knowing that they can make their enormous talents even better, because this is a place of inspiration. That the combination of the quality of the teaching, the quality of the experience, the sharing with other people, and the sense of place, the genius of place that exists here is wonderful. I hope it goes on and more wonderful people come here.